Let's go. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris the Candyman. Follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage. Subscribe to the YouTube Fantasy Football Garage. Thanks for watching. Tonight, I feel like drafting some puppy too. In fact, I'm pretty sure this thing's going to fill in the next week. Although it's bigger than before. I've seen a lot of excitement. I know a lot of my Dynasty bros have been texting me saying, let's draft the puppy too. So everyone's out here. Everyone's getting in. It's about time we do the same. Just finished like 8 picks for all my slow drafts. Poodle, whatever, too. Still going through a little bit of slow draft hell, but let me check out the Twitter real quick. What up? More fish. About to get these puppies. Yeah, just about to start these drafts. In fact, let's kick one of them off. How many to fill? 9 more to fill, and then I'll wait a little bit on that second one. Just getting out here in these streets, gonna get some drafts going. Just chilling on a Saturday night. I had a long ass day. Whew. What's going on? Let's see, 7 more to fill. I'm gonna guess we end up with the 5 spot on this puppy. Pull off a Travis Kelce stack team, something like that. What's up? Davis says, no draft for me at the moment. Sadly, I have to catch a move in 30 or so minutes. Nice. A move in. Up to something. But not drafting. One more. Okay, here we go. And now we're going to enter our second draft. Oh, shit. I forgot to pull open my cheat sheet. The 4 spot, not far off, and then the other one's got 8 to fill. It's pretty zoomed out on the windows I've got up. Movie. Yeah, checking out a movie. Nice. You must be West Coast, if I'm not mistaken, because catching a movie, for me, I'm Central, it's midnight, so it's pretty late to go out there catch a movie. Unless you're starting it at home. But yeah, this draft starting in 22 seconds from the 4 spot. I'm going to go ahead and queue up Cup, Hill. We'll get one of those guys, most likely. Degens assemble. What's up, Hope? Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling. Draft's about to start. Waiting for one more person on the second draft. Oh, I forgot to check to see if anyone's here. It's so zoomed out. Honestly, I can't even read it this far. I just know all of the... I've memorized what all of the players' names looks like and where they go, but I can't actually read anyone's name from this far. Doesn't look like I know anyone in this first room. We're on the clock. Central. Yeah, Hope Central for sure. And then wife wants to watch Spider-Man. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, and Davis is West Coast. West Coast, best coast? Actually, South Coast is the underrated one. I'm going to go Cooper Kupp here. Just feeling it. Could have gone McCaffrey. I don't like the way my teams are looking when I start McCaffrey these days. I haven't been able to perfect that yet, so still working on that. Something about the 49ers. Something about the quarterback uncertainty. Finally, I popped open my Google Sheets. I've got a cheat sheet going. Helps me with my matchups. Helps me with strength of schedule. Yada, yada. Got a bunch of good stuff in there. I was hoping to update it. I don't think I've updated my cheat sheet since the schedule dropped. But anytime I get good content on Twitter, like research for best ball, I'll go ahead and add it in there. I think I'm at like 40. I'm at like 50 slides, and I can't remember the last time I even went through all the research that I've aggregated from everyone on Twitter, but it's some good stuff. Where am I at? Houston, Texas, baby. H-Town. Chopped and screwed. Slowed down. But, I mean, I wish I could listen to some, like, actual music on stream. I'm trying to get some music going. What pick am I in this draft? The second one just started. Getting distracted, looking at my cheat sheet. The 11 slot. I love picking out of 11. I've been getting that sucker 11-12 spot pretty much all summer. And then a lot of my BBM 4s have been from the back ends of the draft. I've only done a few of those so far to kick it off. And I was thinking about getting into some more BBM 4s this weekend, but then I was on Ron's stream earlier. All you Texans. Yep. Texans. Gotta rep. Big homer. Nice. Haven't been down to Houston yet since moving out here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Houston's one of those cities where if you're not from here or you don't have family here, you're probably not visiting unless you want to go to the world's largest rodeo, NASA, home of Space Center. Houston, we got a problem. You want to see Beyonce in concert. She's from Houston. She always throws a good time. All that kind of stuff. But it's not like, no one's really going to the beaches as much. Some people go to Austin, I go to Austin a good amount. I used to live there. About to auto draft over here. Are you kidding me? Did I auto draft my first one? No. Oh, I love it. Getting caught up in the stream. Taking some CeeDee Lamb, though. I love that pick. And then, of course, double running backs. Amon-Ra, it's too easy. I got to go Amon-Ra. Way too easy. I would go Garrett Wilson there. 7 picks away. I'm going to go ahead and pull open both of the draft boards. It's interesting to compare to see what's going on. Look at where Travis Kelce went in the second room. And then also, do we know anyone in this room? Who's here? I can't read these names, honestly, but I don't think I know anyone either. Been to Houston and Corpus Christi. Yeah, I've been to Corpus Christi a bunch. I have a friend in Killeen. Nice. Yeah, I've been all around Texas. Been to Corpus a good amount. Galveston. Go to Austin all the time. I was in Austin last weekend for Memorial Day. It's pretty sweet. I'll be out there next weekend too. I go to Austin at least once a month. Just family and friends. Weekend in Austin so bad. Hey, if you're going to go out to weekend in Austin, you know who to hit up for recommendations. I know the best food. Most of my friends still live there. Nightlife, all that kind of fun stuff. What to do going out, music. And then we always make it back for like football season. So hopefully go to some UT football games. And then I was just talking to my neighbor earlier who's also a Longhorn, and he was talking about the Alabama game. Tony Pollard. But why would I want to go Chubb? I want Pollard there. Yeah, I like taking Tony Pollard. Why not? Yeah, Austin's like my second home. Pretty much grew up between Houston and Austin. UT versus Bama in the SEC, I'll definitely make it. I know, right? That's exciting stuff. I know, and it's just getting started. So next year, that's the last year of the Big 12 for the Longhorns, and Quinn Ewers is gonna have this is his Heisman year if it's gonna happen, I would think. So that's kind of the stage that's being set. I need to get back into my Longhorn podcast. There's a few of them. The name's escaping me right now because I'm trying to look at this draft board. Locked On was one of them, I think. But question for y'all: how's that music in the background? Can you hear that a little bit? It's something I'm trying out. Feel like y'all beat us week 2. I know. Oh my gosh, that game when Quinn went down with the collarbone and then Hudson Card had to come in and save the day. Almost did it. It was crazy. QB position is a disaster. Yeah, that's the thing with Texas right now. It's wild. Quinn Ewers, greatest QB prospect in since Vince Young, and then you have Arch Manning, the next best prospect ever, literally, and both at Texas at the same time. Is Texas back? Come on. This year? Yeah, this year. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, last year obviously not. This year, last year, Texas was still kind of in those growing pains with Quinn, because he's really young, true freshman and all that. Oh, I love to go Mark Andrews here. Check out the board. Is it the spot? No, I need to go receiver. We're coming up over here. Hopkins. Do I feel Hopkins right now? God, I don't want to take Hopkins and Cooper Kupp. It's a bunch of olds. I like Breece Hall. If I go Breece Hall, it's a pretty weird team here. I'm going to get Breece Hall. Why not? And then we're almost up. You can hear the music? I have my volume low, so I can't hear it. Okay. Yeah, this year, I don't know what Bama's doing at quarterback this year, honestly. Haven't really checked it out. But I need to get back into the flow. The season's going to come up quick. Okay, what's been going on? I feel like in this draft, I haven't been paying enough attention. We're on the clock. Hopkins goes. This is a spot I've been thinking about a lot in this turn. Lamar Jackson's a guy I love to take. I don't know if I want to go Debo. I've gotten a lot of Debo. Gonna queue Lamar. I'm fine with Lamar here. I'll probably end up going later quarterback over here. And I'll grab one of the quarterbacks to complete this stack later on. Feels like a down year for Bama. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you always think that, but there they are every year, right back in the college football playoffs. So, but, it's all relative. I get what you're saying. It's hard to move on from Heisman winners. Must be nice. Okay, we got a few seconds. I don't know. I want to go Christian Watson here. That's who I want. I could have gone running back. I've been thinking more about Christian Watson at that pick lately. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head. I think I'm going to switch the song up. I'm trying out this no copyright music from YouTube, but I know nothing about it. So most likely all of this stream gets taken down and nothing happens, but or the videos just get deleted off YouTube, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Made both my picks. I'm coming up 7 picks away on my first draft. Been very distracted to start out my first picks, but hey, that's what happens. We're out here drafting puppies, having fun. It's the Puppy 2. It's Saturday night in the Fantasy Football Garage. Been a long day. I don't even know what time I woke up. I think I slept in today. I slept in until about 6 a.m. Long day. Okay, let's look at the draft board. 6 picks away, getting really interesting. Drake London goes to the turn. Obviously didn't think he'd fall, but I'm looking for another top wideout to add. We're going to have to hit wideouts pretty hard. We're going to go late quarterback, probably most definitely late tight end on this team, unless the right quarterback falls to us. Right? Almost took Mark Andrews. Didn't do it. Didn't pull the trigger. Went Breece Hall. So we've got 2 running backs. We're kind of going for that dual strong running back start. I'm just thinking ahead. Keenan Allen goes. Watson goes. I'm not afraid to take Mike Williams here. Don't necessarily love it. Terry McLaurin's fine. See if I can play into some of these matchups. I know Dallas plays Buffalo and Miami. No, there's nothing there right now. I can always get McLaurin. I mean, there's a little bit of an NFC East stack. Over here, 11 picks away. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go McLaurin. That's who I want. I still believe in McLaurin. Not out on him yet, even with Sam Howell. And since I'm going late quarterback, or I may be going late quarterback on this first team, having the option to take Sam Howell much later and stack him up with Terry here, I like that. Again, Breece Hall in the Jets. Washington's at New York week 16. I can't help it. I got to just line all this up. And then Cooper Kupp plays Washington in week 15. So we've already got a ton of correlation going just off the bat. We're getting lucky with that. I'm going to switch over here to the board. We can check out what's going on. 20 seconds left. 52. Pick 52. Godwin. It's Chris Godwin. Yeah. I love Chris Godwin. That's the pick. It's a good start. I mean, this could be any of the last 3 or 4 years. Not necessarily Terry with that high of an ADP, but Chris Godwin's been up there. He's been solid. I don't know. I haven't been taking any Tampa Bay quarterbacks. I think that's a situation I'm willing to wait on until later this summer to see what happens at camps and yada yada. All the stuff that's going to happen in July and August around who's the starting quarterback in Tampa Bay. Willing to wait on that one. It's kind of what I'm doing with the 49ers. I've been pumping the brakes on drafting 49er quarterbacks. I got a lot of them in the big boards, and Trey Lance was, I haven't checked back, but I'm pretty sure Trey Lance was going way higher. We were much higher on Trey Lance then. There was a lot of uncertainty around Brock Purdy. And so those injury guys are the ones that I might be leaning into right now. I've been drafting a ton of Kyler in the Poodles, previous puppy. I've been drafting Kyler currently. So, and then Breece Hall, of course, right? So let's look at the board. We're 2 picks away. We have the 11th pick, 1 pick away. We're pretty much on the clock. Pick number 59 and then 62. Switch the board over here. 59, 62. Who should I take with this pick? You know, obviously we still need a running back. I think because the guy in the corner, if I look ahead to his team, little insight here, a little pro tip. He's got 3 running backs, so he probably doesn't need another one. If he does, kudos. So I'm going to take Chris Godwin here as well. Unless I go Kittle. I don't have to go Kittle. I can go Chris Godwin. And it feels better. I went Christian Watson earlier, but Chris Godwin feels really nice as my wide receiver 4. And then I'm going to queue up a Joe Mixon and a Pierce. I don't want to reach for Dameon Pierce, but I kind of like how he could fit with this team. Might be the right spot to take a running back. Pretty sure I can get Joe Mixon. I like how Joe Mixon will line up. Give me a AFC North stack. Shout out to the AFC North. Baltimore. Wow. Double elite tight end back-to-back. A man Hurst here out from my own heart. So the real decision here, I got to change the music. It's not fast enough for me. I'm starting to get sleepy. Oh, that song again. Oh no, I have it on shuffle and I'm on the clock. Let's just take Joe Mixon. Like that pick. My watch died, so my phone won't open up. Ooh. This is a super cool multi-table stream setup. Oh, thank you. I mean, I just, kind of threw this together. Basically just really far zoomed out. I brought one of my monitors from inside the house out tonight so I could make sure I could double table more efficiently. And then I got my laptop here and another monitor over here with like my cheat sheets and Twitter and YouTube and stuff. All just, getting set up. Man, I got a wave of tiredness right now. I've got the solution though. It's 32 ounces of H2O, high quality. And a little bit of like drum and bass or whatever this is. Free YouTube mix music. This is what I need in the middle of these drafts. Pump it up a little bit. Oh, shoot. Kyle Pitts, Dallas Goedert go. Oh, we're on the clock. Just look at that. And Dameon Pierce, but I don't need him. Traylon Burks, would love that. Deontay Johnson's not a bad pick, actually. I'm trying to think who I really want. I think I do just want to go Traylon Burks here. I'm fine with that. I don't usually draft a lot of Traylon Burks, but I kind of like how it adds some youth to this wide receiver room. I need some young upside. And then, like I said, I'm going late quarterback here. So wouldn't it be crazy to throw in a Will Levis? I don't know if I could honestly draft Tannehill. I thought Tannehill was a fine idea during the big boards. And, I mean, I did draft a ton of Will Levis in the big boards, not knowing who's going to be a Titan. And I was still drafting Tannehill in those days because at the end of the day, I know he's kind of like the next guy to kind of retire, fall off, all that, move on from the Titans. But I was like, maybe there's a chance they'd run with him one more year. And then the rumors started coming out about like Derrick Henry trades and things. I think the Titans could fall off pretty hard. We'll see. I don't know with Coach Mike Vrabel. He's pretty solid, so I don't think he takes losing as... I think he takes winning seriously is what I'm trying to say. I don't think they're going to be tanking, obviously. They're kind of one of those teams that just wants to like keep rolling. On the second setup, we're 8 picks away. I feel pretty good. We're on the clock over here in the first setup. And I don't draft Darren Waller. I rarely draft him. I'm not going to draft him here. I could easily take DeAndre Swift. I really like that. Madison's not a guy I'm drafting as much. Quinton's pretty sweet. And then I'd be a few picks away, so I kind of want to go Quinton. What pick is this? 76? That's fine for Quinton. I'll take him a bit early. Back to this song. Yeah, I'm just going to roll with this song for a bit. It's a little bit chill. Quentin Johnson. How does he help this team? Well, got to balance. Good luck, man. Hey, thanks for coming and chilling in the stream, man. As always, appreciate it. Catch you later. Have a good night. So, Quentin Johnson. We know that Dallas, and we're going to be up in like 4 picks, so let's get ready. We know Dallas plays... no, it's not Dallas. Who do the Chargers play? Buffalo, Las Vegas, Denver. So, we're just taking a good player there. Ahead of ADP. With the Puppy 2, I'm not super worried about those like small reaches. I think I took them, I'll call it 7 spots ahead of ADP. It's about as far as I'll go. I wanted some youthful wide receivers. I could have waited for like a Zay Flowers. Actually, that might have been a better idea. But the other option was taking a Swift there because I hit up the running backs earlier. I was feeling like, I spent a lot of draft capital there. So I think I can wait on running backs. There's a lot of guys I really like in the plus 100 ADP range. Over here, in the second one, I can take Quentin Johnson again, and I actually might. Although I really want to go Brandon Cooks here. So I'm going to queue up Brandon Cooks, which is a classic move by me from the 11th spot. And then I'll push Dak Prescott to pick 1-0 whatever. I could wait on Isaiah Pacheco or James Cook with my next pick. If Quentin Johnson's still there, I'd really consider it, So what I've established, I've taken CeeDee Lamb on this second team, paired him with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Shout out to the Egyptians, Amon-Ra. Just literally reading about them. The book I'm reading right now is History of the Ancient World. It's sweet. I got it on Audible. Listen to it at least an hour a day. And shout out to the Egyptians, Amon-Ra, Sun God. And let's see. This guy's been making some really interesting picks. I want to dive into his team. Oh, he did get Quentin Johnston. Dang. I was just about to say, if he didn't take... And we're 4 picks away on the first table. So who do I really want here? Rashad Bateman's pretty sweet. Oh, I got to do Bateman. Can I do Bateman and wait on running back? Yeah, I can, for sure. 100%. No doubt. And I'm not even going to take a running back with my next pick. My next pick's going to be Dak. Unless someone snipes me, and then whatever. I've already got Lamar. On the clock. Who should I take here? You know, I'm thinking about it. I'm a 2-5 build. Looking at the board, I should queue someone up. Elijah Mitchell's taking a lot. I could take a risk on Dalvin Cook. Keep it fun. I don't really need Anthony Richardson. Dalvin Cook's fine. I could take his brother. I'm higher on James Cook, actually. Sounds wild to say. I don't know. That just felt like the right move to make today for this puppy 2. Haven't drafted a lot of Dalvin Cook. And I haven't drafted a lot of Madison either. So I guess I'm kind of avoiding that situation. I don't know if that was the right move, but I don't mind taking James Cook a little ahead of ADP there. I get a nice correlation for my AFC East. And then we're up in 3 picks. I'm going to flip it over to the second table. I'm going to flip it over to the board. Look at this team. I don't know if he's on auto draft or what. It didn't seem like it because he's picking fast. I don't know if you can set it up that way. But what's going on? Started with 2 running backs. I mean, I don't hate it, right? I've been thinking more about taking Saquon earlier. Debo, it's fine. Najee, it's fine. But then the 2 elite tight ends that early and in that spot without those wide receivers, that's when it's questionable. We're almost up over here. We threw it back to the corner. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, we're down over there. Threw it back to the corner after taking James Cook. Dalvin Cook goes. That's fine. Evan Ingram went. Anthony Richardson's still there. This is where I take him. Do I? No, I want Charbonnet here. I don't mind Njoku. This is Charbonnet. No. Could be Anthony Richardson. Let's do it. It'll be fun. Why not? Pick 100 is not terrible. Not a player I've taken a lot recently. Definitely my first Anthony Richardson pick in the Puppy 2 specifically. By the way, these are my second and third Puppy 2 drafts. I did a fast one on Thursday night, which was, I thought it ended up pretty good. That was still in the hype of the DeAndre Hopkins potentially to the Chiefs news. And I think actually that hype had already died down a little bit, but I was excited about it. I took a Burrow stack with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, capped it off with, I took DeAndre Hopkins like a round early. It's a cool little team. Posted it on Twitter. Check it out. Follow me on Twitter at FFP Garage. Shout out. Please like the stream. Subscribe to the YouTube. Comment below. Let me know if you're drafting the Puppy 2. What picks, positions you've had for your first couple drafts. I think my first one was pick position 2 because I took Jamar Chase. And then this one on the left, I've got the 4 spot, and the one on the clock on the 11 spot. Did I push Dak? I'm pretty sure they sniped Dak. Yeah, someone took Dak, even though I have literally both receivers. But that's fine. I've got Lamar, and I wasn't really worried in the whole time either. I can still get Jared Goff much later. But right now, who do I need? Pat Fryermuth? No. Brian Robinson? Yeah. Pirine? Penny? Sure. Brian Robinson it is. I'm fine with Washington backfield. Just either guy. Robinson, Gibson. I'm honestly probably taking more Robinson. Don't know why. Odell Beckham. 4 picks away on the first table. It's coming up quick. Had taken Anthony Richardson. That's where we got to start thinking ahead. We're on the clock over here. Do I want Daniel Jones? No, because the bye week mix up with Lamar. I'm going to take a late second quarterback over here. I was thinking of Fryermuth. I think I'll go Pirine. Or do I have a reason to go Penny? Pirine's fine. On the clock over here, on the first table. Pick 117. It's a little bit early for everyone here, honestly. Don't know what I like here. I got to queue someone up. I don't hate Damian Harris, although I have Cook. James Cook and Damian Harris on the same team? Let's go. I feel okay with my receivers at the moment just because I have a few that I like. I'll probably wait till kind of the 140, 150 range before I hit it again, but just naturally that's where we'll end up. Could have taken some of these receivers in this range. I don't think the right receiver fell to me that I wanted to take here, but as you can see on the board, it's a lot of green and purple in rounds 9 and 10. And our picks coming up in just a few. We'll see who's available. 13 picks away. Let me switch over to the board. Check out the team. CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Lamar Jackson, Christian Watson, Chris Godwin, Joe Mixon. First running back taken in the 6th round. But Joe Mixon, I'm pretty high on him. I don't think he's washed yet. In his team. He's on the Bengals. Come on. We're pretty much up next over here. Let's check in and see what's going on. We took Anthony Richardson. Are there any Colts we need to be thinking about coming up? Alec Pierce at 140. We're a bit early on that one, so we'll wait. We can get Downs later too. I do want to go receiver though here. I could go Jacoby Myers. I'm a little bit off put by Las Vegas. 124. I'll take Mingo at 124. It gives me an out to take Bryce Young. Overall, I think these drafts are going pretty well. We've made some scramble picks. We've thought ahead. We've got some correlation plays. I think from here on out, work on balancing our positional capital resource allocation. Work on taking players at value, ADP, positioning ourselves to be able to take the right position at the right time on the board. If we're in a wide receiver dead zone, be able to pass a wide receiver up and have the ability to take a quarterback, a running back, tight end. Pretty interesting. I guess I'm going late tight end. That's just what I've been feeling. The kind of research I've been reading lately was much more into elite tight end. Probably in April and May. I've got a lot of exposure to the top tight ends. And now I'm starting to make some educated guesses on, who are those tight ends that are going to be the starters in certain split backfields, receiving groups. 4 picks away. This is our Lamar team. Do we have any Dolphins yet? Leave some room for a dolphin. I don't think I have one. 152, 167. Yeah, we'll get there. Would not mind Jared Goff coming up. Wouldn't mind Kendra Miller coming up. Although I might wait on Kendra because the guy on the turn he's gone pretty heavy at running back. I mean, he did take A-Chain, which I would have done. Miller goes ahead. It's okay. Goff's there. This guy's unpredictable. Goff or Nico? Just take Goff. It's fine. We'll go Goff here. I got Bateman, so not too worried about Lamar. And then we've got Amon-Ra. We'll go ahead and take him there. 6 picks away. Coming up, I think we're due for... I mean... I honestly can't even tell what pick that is, the actual number. 141. Too early for Matt Stafford. We'll see if we can push Matt Stafford over here. The guys... Oh, on the clock. Nico's still there. That's what I wanted. Probably take him. Could go Schultz. I think Schultz is also smart. But there's a good chance that Nico is the number 1 in Houston. Even with Robert Woods there. Yeah. I'll take Nico. 7 wideouts. We've got pretty sweet room of wide receivers, if I don't say so myself. We're up next over here. I haven't taken a tight end. I don't want to. No tight ends. I think the pick is obvious, but who else do we have to consider? I've got Mingo. I could take Chark and really go for Bryce Young and go more of like a naked Anthony Richardson. But, I mean, there's a good chance that I don't get Bryce, and there's a good chance that if I've got Mingo, maybe I don't want Chark. On some teams I've taken both of them, but I think I'm probably higher on Tank right now than I have been, although I have been high on Tank Bigsby. I was probably drafting Roshan or Algier ahead of him, even as recently as last week. But I don't know. If I think about it, like right now, for this team, Tank went to pick before me. Bummer. He probably was a good fit. Rondale Moore's pretty sweet. I could take Rondale Moore for sure. Yeah, just push Stafford. Take Rondale. Push Stafford. 16 picks away. Let's review. So, thinking about that, because Los Angeles Rams play Arizona twice a year. Oh, it's the Giants. That's what I keep forgetting. Don't let me forget to get a Giants bring back for my game stack. Week 17 with the Rams. If I do end up getting Matt Stafford. If not, it's a bring back. It'll work. And there's a ton of Giants receivers late. So that's why I honestly like taking Cooper Kupp as the first pick. You know, it could have gone Tyreek Hill. Could have gone Christian McCaffrey. To me, I just felt like this was a Cooper Kupp team. I feel like I can get Matt Stafford late. It's easy to get the bring back with a Giants wide receiver late. I like pairing up New Orleans players. Washington players are undervalued as well. And we got Terry McLaurin. Stacked up Alec Pierce with AR-15. I have both of the Bills running backs. I love taking over backfield. So, with this build, 148, we can pump the brakes on wide receiver. I'll try to imagine like what remaining wide receiver bringbacks we'd want. But out of these last 5 picks, I'm envisioning probably take 3 tight ends with the last 3 picks. Be kind of fun. Quarterback, running back. Oh no, Jeff Wilson. Wilson. Shout out to Castaway, Tom Hanks, the GOAT. So what's really going on over here with 3 picks away on both? How exhilarating. This team needs a second quarterback, and it's Matt Stafford at pick 165. But I honestly could push him. I'm going to push him. No one's going to draft him. Because do I want Marvin Mims? I actually kind of want Foreman. 1 pick away. I've queued up Foreman. I'm going to queue up Stafford after that. And Mims. And Irv Smith. Who just went. Wait, and who else went before that? Algier. I'm on the clock. Oh, it was Foreman. It unqueued Foreman. Then over here, Tank. '13th round, Tank Bigsby. Nice. And then my boy, Donta Foreman. Shout out to my Longhorns. Man, it's a late night, but we're getting after it. What's going on over here? We took Tank, Raheem, MVS. Oh, dang. I actually needed Raheem. I should have taken Raheem over Tank. I didn't see him there. Needed that one. Bunch of picks left. Take Mims. Just for fun. Because we can. Big fan. Look who's still there. We pushed Matt Stafford to pick 171. We got them to take Bryce Young and Kenny Pickett over Matt Stafford. Because we are bullies. And I got Mingo. That means that guy, if I had to guess, he's the one who took DJ Chark. Word up. Oh no, I can't take Taysom Hill now if I get Matt Stafford. Honestly, with Matthew Stafford and AR-15, I'm a wild man. I'll take 2 quarterbacks with AR-15 every time. And Matt Stafford, come on. With Cooper Kupp, 2592 is the build. Unless... You know who I saw a hype video on? Was Daniel Bellinger. Something on Twitter about his biceps. See if I can find that quickly on Twitter. I'll have to search Bellinger. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, it comes up first thing. Literally the first thing. 15 picks, 12 picks away. We're doing good. Okay, look at this. Enhance. 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 NFL on ESPN tweets out today. Daniel Bellinger pulled up to the Giants OTAs looking strong. Arm flex emoji. HT Art Stapleton. Hearing Bellinger was bitten by radioactive spider in recent trip to New York City Museum, waiting to confirm. Art Stapleton. So he's totally jacked. And I'm completely fading Darren Waller. You heard it here first. So naturally, what do? Well, you want that sweet Matthew Stafford Week 17 game stack. Give me Daniel Bellinger. Easily. How many picks do I have left on this team? 3, right? 2, 5, 8, 3. I just need to confirm I feel good about my running backs. And honestly, I really do, except for the fact 3 out of the 5 are on Week 13 bye. Although, Week 13, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Not worried about my buys. Come at me, bye week bros. Come at me. And who else would we need to help with some bringbacks, right? Those are the tight ends. Besides just getting ADP value, besides just taking like these bosses out here. Lamar Andrews stack near the 3-4 turn. I love it. That's hard to do. Shout out to that. My man, Alex. Nice. I'll have to check out what you're up to tonight. Yeah, it's super late. I'm Central Time, so it's like almost 1 a.m. But I got to get these puppies in, man. I've been having some FOMO on the puppies. I'm definitely going to take Taysom Hill here because I'm a complete savage. I'm a complete degenerate. Love me some Taysom Hill. He's owed like $10 million. Shout out to the contract bros. What's going on this table? So, as a recap, the deal is we're rolling with 2 tables. We're on the clock. We're taking Taysom Hill over here. And then the next pick, 6 away. I don't know if I would hate taking Dawson Knox on this team. I've got both of the Bills running backs. I think I'd rather get Jelani Woods or Hunter Henry. And then I'm going to end it with Bellinger as my last pick. Oh, shoot. Is that what I want? Yeah, actually, it is kind of what I want. Just thinking because my wide receivers, I could take another Giants wide receiver. If I could spell one. Oh. Slayton. I should have done it with my last pick. It was Slayton the whole time. Central Time. That was my last round of drafts for the night, but I'll hang out for the end of your drafts. Nice. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check out, see how your drafts went. I'm just getting started with these puppy twos. Like I said, I was having a lot of FOMO. Some of my dynasty bros were hitting me up saying they were going to be drafting the puppy two, and if I was getting in. Oh, Jeff Wilson there. Definitely need Jeff Wilson on this team. Love to see it. Probably could push him to my next picks based on this guy. He's got 5 running backs, but I'm not going to risk it this late in the draft. Just take the guy I want. ADP value. Little Lamar Jackson. Miami. Week 17. See you there. Honestly, that might be the most fun game to go to all year. 1 pick away. If we're looking at that Miami game. Oh, it's at Baltimore. Just kidding. Not the most fun game. Let's see. Probably should take a tight end at this point in the draft, huh? Or not. It's hard for me not to take Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, I love Chuba Hubbard there. Hard for me not to take him. Have not been taking a lot of Spears since the draft. I don't know. But just chilling, getting in some puppies, taking a little break from the BBM4s. Haven't done a ton of BBM4s to this point. Feeling pretty good about them overall, but I know that just based on my own personal schedule, it's going to be hard for me to do more than 2 BBM4s a day if they're fast drafts, and even that's going to be stretching it. So I'm going to have to figure something out to knock out like 3 or 4 in a night, kind of like maybe once or twice a week, getting into late June or maybe just July when everything ramps up. I don't want to fall behind in the numbers. I definitely want to get a good number of drafts going. And yeah, these puppies are a nice way to get some more practice in. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's a real tournament. And just staying fluid, staying in that kind of stream of thought that goes all summer long with best ball ADP, just riding the waves. Vibes-based drafting sometimes. Eventually, I've got my cheat sheet up on this other monitor, but eventually memorizing everything we can to get the edges on the games, the players, the matchups. I took a 6 running back, and it felt awesome because Chuba. I really like that offensive line. I really like... I imagine the Panthers have nowhere to go but up with that offense. So, I think it worked out. 2, 6, 8, 0 tight ends. Pretty much I'll take whatever tight ends I can get. I probably should have thought about Laporta, and I don't think I even had him queued up, and he probably went too high for my liking. Yeah, BBM is very daunting for sure. There's some nice structures on these puppies and poodles. 100% agree. I like mixing in all the tournaments. Not all of them. I'm not doing some of them, but getting a few drafts. I think I've done 10 to 12 or even 12 plus for most of the tournaments so far. So just like a moderate number of drafts, not really like an insane number. Taysom Hill, Jelani Woods is not enough. Hunter Henry also has a week 11 bye. If I'm going 3 tight ends, it's egregious to take 3 with the same bye. I'm going to go Bellinger like I had planned out. I'm 100% fading Darren Waller. I just don't believe in him. I like him as a person, not as a fantasy player. So I'm taking Daniel Bellinger, who is... Oh, I already lost the picture. I think I closed out of it. He's jacked. So the news reports Daniel Bellinger is jacked. I'm going to see what's going on with this board. We have 2 picks left coming at the turn. It's 11-12 to wrap up the second team. And we're going to be just hammering tight ends because I haven't taken any tight ends. And that's part of the strategy with these teams. I'm trying to think back to the puppy I did Thursday night. I'm pretty sure I went last 3 rounds tight ends. So something I've been getting into. I'm kind of a fan of it because I think tight ends are super undervalued. And the order of the tight ends, that picture of Bellinger was insane. Yeah, you saw it too. It's pretty funny. I love those hyped up pictures and like videos. Like that video we saw 2 months ago of DK Metcalf with like the standing vertical that must have been like 5-6 feet, and obviously was someone said it was like Photoshop, but like for video afterwards. No, it's all fun though. I love those hyped up stuff. Reminds me of those old NFL.com where it was like NFL fantasy, like choose me, promos they used to do with back in the day. Chris Cooley. I'm trying to think. There's a bunch of old guys who used to do those. So, tight ends. I was thinking about Likely. I don't even know if he's still there. I probably should just have it on the tight ends. And then, Ferguson's still there. I'll take Ferguson every day. I'm a believer. I've called my shot, I guess. I think Ferguson's the guy. Didn't get Dak, but I've got Jared Goff. I've also got CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. So maybe Jake Ferguson's the wrong pick there. Those old commercials were great. Yeah, for sure, Alex. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I used to love watching those. That's how I used to pick my players. It's like, oh man, look what he can do, right? It's so, you have to like think back to like who those players were though. It's way older. It's like those guys. You think it would be more recent, but it's like it's way back there. When I used to play Madden a lot more in high school and in college even, would just know like every single player, every position on every team pretty much, and would do a bunch of like fun fantasy drafts and just like make monster fantasy teams and then play a season. But those days are few and far between currently. So my knowledge of the random non-fantasy players is kind of dwindled, but I don't know what my point was with that story, but we're looking at tight ends. I don't have a great case for who I want to take here. I like Kate Otten. Hunter Henry, though. I'll take Hunter Henry. Believe in him. Could have taken Trey McBride. Probably should have taken Trey McBride. But that's how this team ends up. Thanks for watching the stream. Going to be shutting it down. Love Likely. Been taking a fair amount of McBride and Musgrave late too. Yeah, for sure. Definitely love Likely on teams where I draft, well, I guess not this one, but teams where I draft Lamar Jackson and don't get Mark Andrews, which is obviously most of them. I typically like to go Likely later in this draft. I honestly let it slip away, I guess. He went the round before I took a tight end. I took Chuba Hubbard. That's on me. Definitely could have taken a different later running back, but at the end of the day, it's fine. I got Bateman, so I felt good there. There's so many nice tight ends late. Been definitely taking McBride. Musgrave, I believe in Musgrave, although I did draft Tucker Kraft really late in one of my dynasty leagues, so I can see both sides of it. I can see it's hard to say with rookie tight ends and a first time kind of like starting quarterback in Love, Jordan Love, exactly like how he'll play with either tight end or if he'll lean into his throwing to his receivers more. It's really interesting. We'll see how that plays out. And then McBride is just a guy who, by all accounts, stepping up into the role. Zach Ertz is probably not going to play a whole lot of snaps going forward. We wrapped up these teams. I think they ended up just fine. From the 4 spot, we went Cooper Kupp, followed by Tony Pollard and Breece Hall. So we've got a strong start with running backs. Wrapped it up with the rest of our first 7 picks. We went 3 straight wide receivers: Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin, Treylon Burks. Actually 4 straight, and that 7th pick was Quentin Johnston. So made up for the double tap at the rounds 2 and 3 running back by taking a string of receivers. I really like them in this range, so I'm kind of following my own playbook that I generally do, or I'll kind of now alternate, and then now I'm going to switch off of wide receivers in rounds 8 to 10, get some running backs that I needed. I took both the Bills running backs. Call me crazy, but I could easily see that paying off, the Bills being a high-scoring team. Anthony Richardson, haven't taken a lot of them yet. He falls to me pick 100, actually. And I was able to pair him up nicely later with some Alec Pierce. Took Jonathan Mingo just in case I wanted to get Bryce Young later. Didn't work out that way. Took a Donta Foreman. Seems like a fine pick. Matthew Stafford. This was, I think, the best part of the draft for me. I pushed Matthew Stafford all the way to pick 172. I made them take Bryce Young and Kenny Pickett, as well as Kyler, ahead of Matthew Stafford. I probably could have kept pushing him, just based on, if I look at the board now, like where people took quarterbacks and whatever else happened, but didn't want to get carried away. Finished strong, 3 tight ends. Taysom Hill, probably my favorite tight end pick all summer long so far. Jelani Woods, paired him up again with Anthony Richardson. We didn't get the game stack because I don't have any. I'm pretty sure I don't have any Las Vegas Raiders. Wasn't really on my radar because I did get my Rams with this last pick, Daniel Bellinger, for the bring back there. But I think at one point around pick, 117, I could have gone Jacoby Myers with either of these 2 picks and really covered that bring back for my Colts. So looking back, you can always improve. You can always make a different selection. Will that be the pick that matters? Probably not, but always trying to think through all of the different options we had and look back at the drafts carefully so next time we don't make the same mistakes and we can make a better team. Drafted a 2-5-8-3. It's pretty standard team build for me these days, I would say. On table 2, let's move right into it. Wrap this thing up. It's almost 1 a.m. It's getting late. It's been fun. We've been drafting the puppy too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. Let's get into it. This last team, CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Pretty common opening here. Felt good about it. Could have taken Garrett Wilson. Look where he's falling right now. That's kind of crazy. Steph Diggs, Garrett Wilson team. Jealous. And then Breece Hall. And then Justin Fields, Hawkinson, Addison, Burks. Kind of fell off at the end there. But no, I like that team a lot. And nice teams, man. Glad I could catch some of this. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace. Catch you next time. And we're just going to finish up this team and then call it a night. So, I was digressing there. But CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Lamar Jackson. Obviously, Mark Andrews has already gone. So, how can we leverage Lamar Jackson? You don't want to go naked Lamar Jackson. You want to at least have one of his pass catchers. With the new offensive coordinator, Monken from Georgia, they're going to be throwing the ball more. They're going to be running the ball a lot too. I usually take Isaiah Likely or maybe even Gus Edwards late with Lamar Jackson. I think it's fun. I've even taken J.K. Dobbins with him, but not in this draft. We got Bateman later on and didn't really come back to the Ravens. And I don't think I ended up getting a Dolphin either. No, I did. I got Jeff Wilson. Sweet. I was thinking of the previous pick. I want to say I missed out on Raheem Mostert when I took Tank Bigsby is what I was thinking about. But jumping back up. Started off receivers. Then Lamar Jackson. 2 more receivers with Christian Watson, who I chose to take over Jerry Jeudy, took him over Drake London, took him over both of the Chargers wide receivers and Terry McLaurin over DJ Moore. I guess I'm high on Christian Watson. I really like the numbers he put up. He's got big touchdown spike week potential. If Jordan Love isn't a flop, and I don't think he's going to be, I think he's going to be just fine. By Christian Watson. Maybe he's a top 16, top 14 wide receiver. That would put him somewhere over here in the second round. Maybe get into the third round. So, high on him. Chris Godwin, can't go wrong there, right? The only trouble is the quarterback situation. We talked a little bit about that earlier. Joe Mixon might not be a good person. Talked about it before. But this is fantasy, so I take him in the 6th round. And maybe he is a good person. Not going to judge him. But if he's not suspended, I want the running back who's starting behind Joe Burrow. Also, a little bit of correlation with Lamar Jackson there. Good stuff. Brandon Cooks plays into... I had also drafted CeeDee Lamb and was trying to push Dak Prescott back in the draft. It didn't work, but it doesn't always have to work. I did get Lamar Jackson early. I wanted to take Rashad Bateman here. It was the right choice. Took him thinking no one's going to take Dak Prescott if I've got both Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb. But Corn Pop, took Dak as his first quarterback on a team that has no right to take a Dak Prescott. And then he took Stafford and Kyler later. And he didn't take a single Cowboy. So, that's fine. But it doesn't always work out. Even if you're trying to push and get really good ADP value, especially ADP value. If I got Dak here at 107, it's not even that great. I mean, I would have tried to push him to 110, honestly. But it's not even like that amazing. If I really wanted him, I could have taken him here. I didn't really need him. I feel just as good. And then I did take Jake Ferguson at the end. That might have been overkill. Thinking back on that pick, maybe I go with a different tight end there. But I'm a believer in Jake Ferguson. What I'm saying is, on this team, when I've already got the wide receiver 1 and 2 for the Cowboys, it's like taking the tight end. But I'm playing into and leaning into the fact that I've got Jared Goff, Week 17 matchup there with Cowboys, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I didn't take any additional Detroit Lions. I typically do. I would have taken more. I don't know. I could have taken Laporta. I don't love reaching on a rookie tight end, so I'm not huge on taking Laporta there. He usually goes up around pick like 160 or something. I think he ended up going pick 154 in this draft, so wasn't high on him there. I got Tank Bigsby. Much better pick in my mind. Could be a league winner. So let's get back to it. Took Brandon Cooks, took Rashad Bateman, did not get Dak Prescott. Got Brian Robinson as my late RB2. Then came back with Samaje Perine, RB3. Probably would have taken A-Chain. Definitely would have taken A-Chain. Probably should have taken A-Chain over Brian Robinson. But at the end of the day, I did get Jeff Wilson later on, so it's all good. What's the difference? Got Jared Goff to pair him up with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nico Collins, I think, is just a solid pick in this round if you need a receiver here. Then again, we got Tank Bigsby. Marvin Mims, just another solid rookie. Love getting exposure to Marvin Mims, of course. Jeff Wilson gives me that late Dolphins running back for my game stack with my Baltimore Ravens. He's the only Dolphin I was able to draft. Took Chuba Hubbard, and this is when I missed out on Isaiah Likely. I called it out earlier. Alex was in here in the stream, and me and him were talking about Isaiah Likely. Good pick for sure. And, probably should have taken him over Chuba Hubbard. I thought it was Chuba, but I've heard people say Chuba, and I cannot remember what they say during the broadcast at all. So, but I think there's league-winning upside to taking Chuba, and I don't know there's the same league-winning upside for Isaiah Likely, although when you consider I would have had him stacked with Lamar Jackson, and then in this scenario, for this team to win, something happens. Mark Andrews, retires immediately, or, decides he doesn't like football anymore, and he becomes an artist. So, because we would never wish an injury on him. And Isaiah Likely becomes the starter somehow. Maybe he is a league winner in terms of being a late tight end. But that's just the way the draft crumbled. The cookie crumbled. We take Jake Ferguson, who I believe in. He's a guy I'm sticking my flag in the ground. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I'll take Jake Ferguson over any other Dallas Cowboys tight end today. And finished it with a Hunter Henry, who I think is my preferred New England Patriots tight end and has a great touchdown upside. A guy who back in the day on the Chargers, we would have been drafting this Hunter Henry tight end a lot higher. So I'm confident taking a second-year guy and a veteran tight end and being fine with 2 late tight ends. It's a bit risky in terms of the capital allocation. But at the end of the day, overall, I like this team. And I'm very comfortable drafting from the 11th spot. Drafting from the 4th spot, I think this team also looks good. I got lucky here in a lot of ways. Was able to push Stafford with ADP. But I wasn't as comfortable drafting out of the 4th spot, I would say. I have to think more about the player combinations. You can see bye week bros. I got 3 running backs on week 13 bye. Almost took 3 tight ends on week 11 bye. That would have been crazy. But pick 11, no, we feel good about that. So time to end the stream, call it a night. We've drafted 2 Puppy 2 teams. And time to send it off. It's been fun. It's been real. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me on Twitter at FFB Garage. I'm Chris the Candyman. This is the Fantasy Football Garage. We're streaming best ball all summer. Best ball content, research, discussion. Join the community. Come get involved. Come hang out on Twitter. Come hang out in the chats. Come join, see what everyone's talking about in drafting best ball on Underdog. And just get involved. Come have some fun. Watch some streams. Share some takes. Draft if you like to draft. We'll see you out here in the streets.